Welcome to James Live in the UK channel. I'm James and today we're going to London. I've compared different transport and here is a price list. There are 3 choices if you want to travel from Edinburgh to London. This first one is through the train. It costs around £90 to £150. It depends when and which time you're traveling. It takes around 4 to 5 hours. The next way is through the bus, but I highly don't recommend it, unless you really haven't got enough money. It takes 9 hours. And the third one is through the plane. It costs around £150, and it only takes 1 to 2 hours. But I chose the train, so I can see the views during the way to London. So it's the next day in London, and we're now going to the Harry Potter studio. Outside of the studio, there's a lot of gigantic ones standing right in front of the entrance. When we get into the studio, there's a Gringos dragon in the air. And this is the design of the Dursleys' house, and a cupboard that Harry is used to live before he went to Hogwarts. These are the photos that they were taken in the movie, and the movie banners. Okay, so we're now in the Hogwarts Great Hall, and there are costumes that the characters are used to wear in the movie. There is also the scene in the film Order of the Phoenix, where they were having the Owl's exam, and Umbridge is being the headmistress. And here is a firework that Fred and George did in the film Order of the Phoenix, because they don't like Umbridge. After the Great Hall, there are some posters about the directors of the movie of the Harry Potter film. After that, there were also props that were used in the film, like the prefect's bathroom, the moving stairs, and other costumes that they were not displayed in the Great Hall. And that's the Gryffindor common room, and that's the entrance of the headmaster's office, and that's Dumbledore's office, and the paintings on the ceilings. There is also Hagrid's hut. There's also the Weasley's house, or the burrow. There's also the potion classroom and the brooms you can sit on and take pictures there. I bought 2 pictures with the virtual backgrounds on. It cost £20. In the Dark Forest, there's also Hagrid's hippogriff, Bugbeak, and it's actually moving and blinking. We can also see some spider web and Aragog there. After that, we also saw the Hogwarts Express. There are actual smoke coming out from it. Inside the Hogwarts Express, there is a scene where Harry, Hermione, Ginny and Ron were waving to their children. And also the first time Ron and Harry met in the train, and they bought a lot of snacks. There's also the Daily Prophet, books, letters, and things you can buy in the Weasley's joke shop, etc. And we also went to the number 4 Privet Drive. In the living room, we can see the letters from the Hogwarts is hanging up, and also Harry's aunt is floating. In the house, we also saw Harry's room, or Dudley's second bedroom. We can also see Dobby there. There is also the greenhouse where Harry, Hermione and Ron were potting mandrakes in the movie Chamber of Secrets. There is also the bridge in Hogwarts. They've also showed us how they did the Goblin's face and the hands, etc. There are also the Gringos Bank. There are also goblins sitting at the counter. And this is a scene that they broke the Gringos Bank. And Diagon Alley. They look exactly the same in the movie. And that's all the vendors want shop. The hat of the Weasley shop is moving as well. Last but not least, the last part of the studio is the Hogwarts Castle. They look exactly like a real castle. It's really amazing. If you're visiting London, you really must go to the Harry Potter studio, even if you're not a Harry Potter fan. It's our next day at London, and now we're going to look for a restaurant to have lunch. Okay, so we have found our restaurant and we got broccoli, curry chicken, soup, some fish, and a bowl of rice for our lunch. So we've arrived at the British Museum, and this is the outside part of it, and it is gorgeous in here. So there are many sculptures in here, and those are the sculptures of the kings in Egypt. And this is a tomb. And here is another part of the museum. And these are called Egyptian rock art. There are many of them here. And according to the British Museum website, the carvings are from about 8,000 years before. So we went to another exhibition, and its topic is Africa. And there are also many sculptures and the weapons they used in the past. So we went to another area of the British Museum. There are also some necessities that people used in the past, like vases and dishes, etc. So the last part of the British Museum is a souvenir shop. Because the museum is too big and we haven't got enough time, so we only filmed a few areas. So after we left the museum, we went to the next part of our trip. It's called the river cruise. So we boarded the ship and we can see a lot of places like the Big Ben, the House of Parliament, the London Eye, and the London Bridge, or as known as the Tower Bridge. It takes you through the River Thames, and you can see a lot of famous buildings in there. I highly recommend it if you're visiting London. Today is our last day at London. We arrived at Stonehenge. There are lots of gigantic rocks, and they're making a circle. And we also visited the huts near the Stonehenge, and that might be the people or giants who built the Stonehenge. Inside the huts there were beds, and in the middle there were some wood to make fire. 咁由於呢一次係我第一次拍旅行嘅影片啊，所以咧某啲地方咧係拍得唔係太好嘅，例如係會手震啊等等。咁但係對我而言咧，都係一個好好嘅經驗嚟嘅。咁啊，令到我下一次再拍呢啲類型嘅片嘅時候咧，就會拍得更加好俾大家睇啦。咁多謝大家收睇，拜拜。